There's an old adage, be careful for what you wish for because you just might get it. The future of the teams in the Big Apple have now been mapped out, so without further ado, let's hit it and get it started.
I could trip a referee, tell by my attitude that I most definitely from.
The Jets and the Giants schedules revealed the Giants' 3 primetime games against Dallas, Cincinnati, and the Steelers. 4 if you count the Cowboy game on Thanksgiving. And listen, some potential new uniforms on the way at the time of this recording. I guess change something up with your franchise if you really want. Meanwhile, we go to the team in green. New York Jets. Ooh. The Max, the 6 primetime games opening up week 1 on the road, Monday Night Football against the San Francisco 49ers. Following that, you got the Patriots, Bills, Texans, Steelers, Colts. Not in that weekly order, thankfully. Hey, listen, I like it. Both teams are getting some spotlight. I know the Giants aren't in the greatest position as of today, but you see where both teams are at. One team is trying to win a Super Bowl. The other team doesn't know who their quarterback is. It's interesting. You want to see what they could do against everybody on national television, and I think it benefits them going forward. You need that national exposure as you just get on with the season and for your future. So we'll see how that goes. Listen, I think the Jets are going to beat the Niners at some point in week 1. We'll get into another episode. We won't make predictions right now. It's not looking good for a couple teams in the Garden, but for right now, it's pretty bland for the team in blue and red. The Rangers were up 3-2 on the Carolina Hurricanes. A potential choke job might be on the way. Listen, the team's getting way too lazy. Coach Peter Laviolette seems really panicked, and I just noticed the sense of there's no urgency. I don't think, and what I mean by urgency, it's not that they're not panicking, which they most definitely are. There's nothing he's not changing anything. He's not making adjustments. He's not out-coaching the other coaches. The Hurricanes, you're going back to Carolina as of tonight. By the time this recording is out, this game will probably be over. Hopefully the series is over. But the Hurricanes are hard to beat on the road. You can't just go into Carolina and just be like, okay, we got this. You got to change something up. Change a couple things. Put somebody else in the starting lineup. Do something different, because if you go back there and you try the same thing, that's the definition of insanity, because it's not going to work. Do something different. You know what you should do? You should take after the other team in the Garden, because you know what the other team in the Garden did? AKA your New York Knicks. Up 3-2 on the Indiana Pacers. And listen here, the Rangers, I need you to just hear me out. Hear me out for just 1 second. Just 1 second. Coach Thibodeau set an example for Peter Laviolette, He made a big time change. Who else would he put in? Miles McBride. Deuce McBride in the starting 5 over Precious Achiuwa. And hey, it paid off big time, because you notice now there's a new sense of speed on the team. There's better defense, there's more scoring, and it showed, because the Knicks dropped 121, especially, where did this come from? And it just comes from out of nowhere. The Knicks now up 3-2. It's really starting to look like Indiana's kind of panicked. The Pacers came into the Garden, and now they're just this might not be our series. I don't know about this anymore, guys. The Pacers blitzkrieg the Knicks. Let's just put it like that. I think blitzkrieg's a pretty good word to describe this. It was tough for the Knicks in Game 4. They went to Indiana. They came up just short in Game 3, as you guys probably saw the short by now. And then they just had no chance. Done after the first 5 minutes in Game 4. But now they go back to the Garden. Alec Burks, money. Jalen Brunson, money. Who else, money? Screw it. Everybody else, money on the team. They go up there, and they drop 121 on the Pacers. This game was over by halftime. That's how far I'm really going. And you notice with the Pacers now, the pressure's on him. Tyrese Halliburton was talking all that trash in Game 4, only to drop under 15 points in Game 5. Yeah, real nice showing. Team USA. Hey, guys, Tyrese Halliburton for Team USA. We're still on that train. Guess what? It doesn't matter anymore. He's going on the team regardless, but we all know he's not like that. He hasn't been like that since the injury. And Tyrese... Oh, my goodness. Forget about Tyrese Halliburton for a second. We got to touch on Turner, Miles Turner, everybody's favorite crybaby center, not named Joel Embiid. It seems like the Knicks are dealing with a lot of crybabies now. You see Miles Turner getting all heated at Dante DiVincenzo because he got a little push-off, which, by the way, you wrapped your arm around his head. Anyways, Dante DiVincenzo stepped up to Miles Turner like the tough guy that he is. And you notice Miles Turner, he just gets so angry all of a sudden, just starts charging at Dante. And I'm just like, wow. That's the example you're setting. And Coach Rick Carlisle should be ashamed of himself. Keep your players in check. Not to mention you're getting all the calls from Scott Foster, which you guys know how I feel about Scott Foster at this point. But if you're just going to be angry and just get all heated at us, even though you were talking all that trash, you better expect it back. There's nothing else I could really do to help you out. There's nothing at all I could tell you to do because the Pacers are just... They're out in New York trying to do their own thing, and they're down 3-2. Miles Turner, listen, I get it. You don't want to play games, but if you don't want to go play games, you could go back to playing with your Legos in the offseason when you get sent packing at some point. So listen, New York, just finish it off. I smell a finish in Game 6. I think we go to Indiana. We hand the Pacers their first loss in Indiana, and the series is over. Got to finish strong to set a strong date with the Boston Celtics. So we'll see. It's a tough series. It's been a tough series. It hasn't been easy for the Knicks. Hopefully OG Anunoby returns at some point soon and we get going. On that note, that'll wrap it up for us here today. For the love of all that is right in the world, Jalen Brunson, please take us to the promised land. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk ball soon.